Hey guys, it's Chris here with another video. Look, today I'm going to show you how to level up your fishing from level 1 to 600 in under 60 minutes. Now, this is actually quite an easy method, and after doing a slight bit of research, I came across another guide on how to do it. And using them as a guideline, I'm actually going to show you how to do it. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to come down to the Valley of the Four Winds in Pandaria, and you want to find Sung Shin Iron Pour, which is located here. All the tabs that I have open at the moment for this video, I'll post links in the description just to make it easier to find. Now, anyway, so you come on down here to Pandaria, and the first thing you should do actually before you do this is you should go over to Draenor and try and find the joy of Drenna cooking. This one here. Again, I'll post the link in the description for this one. And you should also pick up the fishing guide to Draenor as well. The fishing guide to Draenor is actually fairly easy. When you first get to your garrison and do your starting quest, establish that, and you end up going out of your garrison and up the back to little fishing docks where later you'll end up getting your boat. If you start killing shit up there, little swarms and stuff, you have a fairly good chance of actually getting the drop. If not, there's actually plenty of other places that you can get it if you're a little bit further in, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, we'll continue on from that. So what you want to do is you want to come to Pandaria, as I said before, and go to Sanjin Ironpaw. Now we're just going to click on her, and we're going to start, and we'll accept the quest, which it's going to be fairly easy. So basically, most of this, well, then again, I should say all of this will actually be in Pandaria, which makes it so easy because you only actually have to leave here twice or three times, I think, between now and 600. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So first thing we want to do is we just want to go ahead and click on the cooking. So we're just going to accept that. Or if you don't want to do it this way, obviously the better way to do it would be to use the Joy of Drona cooking. We're just going to learn that. And once we do that, then it'll actually increase our item level to 700. Well, not item level, the skill level. Anyway, now you can see it's already at 700, so that's going to make it a hell of a lot more easy, which means we don't have to return to our trainer or whatever the case may be. So anyway, as I said, just click on her. You want to learn the first thing, which was the peaches, and we're just going to click on her again. We're going to click on supplies, and actually, while I'm at it, I might just go into my professions tab and move my cooking and my little camp file onto my macro bar to make it a little bit easier. So anyway, you are going to need fishing for this. As I said before, it is best to get the fishing guide to Draenor. But if you can't find it, then that's okay. Just go to your fishing vendor. It won't affect things that much. So anyway, let's continue on. All right, so just go to her, grab whatever it is that you need. So we'll just go into the cooking tab. Now you see these things here, right? +5 skill for each one that you make, and the guides that the other guides on the internet say that you should make 5 of these, but I actually make 6. The reason I make 6 is because the 5 it still leaves one of the +5s in the skill level available to actually make. And I find it much faster if we make 6 rather than 5. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over here, shift click on this. I want 6 peaches. Done. So then we're just going to click create all. And once it's done creating, this thing will then turn yellow. And then we go ahead and we click on her again. And then we can learn our next skill. As you can see, we've just gone from 1 to 31 in only a matter of seconds. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go for the perfectly cooked instant noodles. All right, so we're going to learn that. As you can see, it's brought another one up. All right, so and we can also turn in a quest, which is quite helpful. All right, and also now she's given us a new quest, want to fish, where we have to go speak to the fishing guy that's just over to my left, and he'll give us another quest as well once we turn this one in, and we can go fishing then. So we'll work on that when we get to it. So anyway, here we are, and perfectly cooked instant noodles. So we just go click on supplies, and where is it? There it is. Click on the instant noodles. Just going to buy 6 of those, and as you can see right there, and we're going to just create all. Now while that's creating, go back to her, and go back to learning the cooking. Once this is finished creating, then we're going to move on to the next one. Alright, there we go. Toasted fish jerky. Alright, so we're going to learn that. Now we're going to close that tab, open up this side, and then obviously we're going to need some golden carp, which we can't buy, obviously. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to leave here, and we're going to just have to go across just over here, not too far away. This actually makes it quite easy, as I said before, because everything is so close together. It's very very convenient. Like, sure enough, you can do this in Draenor. You can just basically cook whatever and level up to 700 basically, straight away. But it can be kind of daunting, and you have to leave and get ingredients and keep going back to your vendor. And you know, this is almost an assured way. Well, it is an assured way to get to 600. So we're just going to click on this guy, and we're going to accept his quest, and we're going to turn in the other quest while we're at it as well. As you can see, he asked for 5 of the golden carps, and we've already got 1. So what we're just going to do is, well, I'm just going to jump on over. Oops. Let's jump on over here into the fishing boat, and I'm going to cast out a line. So yeah, we keep fishing here until we actually end up with the required amount. We do actually have to come back here later, unfortunately, to get more. So it would actually be a lot more helpful if we actually just got the required amount, which is I think about 26 to 30 fish. But as I was mentioning before, that this is a 100% guaranteed pickup for the golden carp, so it's not going to be inconvenient at all. It's just a matter of sitting here and waiting until we catch the amount that we require. But also, when we turn a quest in here to this fellow behind us, he also gives us an additional 10 fish. So, in reality, all you'd really need is maybe 20 in total. Because you turn in 5 fish to him, and then he gives you 10 in return. So, you're basically making 100% profit on that, though it's not really profit. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're just going to sit here and we're going to just keep fishing for now. And I will fast forward through this section of the video, and I will show you when I'm done. Alright, so there we go. Well, we've ended up getting 30 fish, and if you couldn't tell, I accidentally messed up with my buttons, and I clicked the wrong one and accidentally clicked mirror image. So I had multiple versions of myself running around in the water and on the boat. Anyway, that's kind of beside the point. So anyway, back to what we were doing. Anyway, you grab your 5 carps, right? You just turn into this guy, and then he gives you 10 in return. As I said, it's a 100% profit. In other words, but not a very beneficial one, unfortunately. So anyway, what we're gonna have to do is we're just gonna have to run on back over here um, to the fishing person, and then we will continue on with what we were doing. Alright, so now we're just going to go over to the fishing vendor again, now that we have our fish. And as you can see, there's 35 of them right there. So, and we've already learned the one that we need to learn. So anyway, what we'll do is we'll just go to cooking, which is right there, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to make 6 of the toasted fish jerkies. So, and you don't want to click create all, otherwise you're going to lose all your golden carp and we'll have to go fishing again, which again would probably be a little bit of a pain in the ass. But as you can see, it's still working the way that we want it to work. So let's press on, shall we? Alright, so then we just go back to her, and we want to go and make some dried needle mushrooms. Alright, so just go that, and we close that, open this, go to cooking supplies, and we're just going to click on that, and we just need some needled mushrooms, so shift right click on that, grab 6 of those, and as you can see 6, so we're just going to click create all. Another good note about doing this as well is when you finish making most of the normal dishes through the everyday cooking like I am, if you sample each of those, you will actually gain a achievement. I think it's Pandarian Delicacies, or there's another one that's similar to that. So I don't know which one it actually is, but it's one of the two. You will get an achievement as long as you eat each of those. Um, anyway, let's press on. So we got pounded rice cakes. Alright, so we're just going to go to that one, and we're going to grab some rice, so we just buy that from her again. So let's see, rice is there, shift right click, and there we go, 6 of those. So then we're just going to create those. Nice, easy, simple. And as you can see, I haven't really made that many things. I've only made a couple, 6 slots worth, I think. And we're already at 151, so this is not very time consuming, and it's very, very easy to do. There are plenty of guides out there for this, so I'm just really adding to it in the end. Anyway, we'll just continue on with what we're doing. So yak cheese curds, so I'm just going to want to make that, and we click on this, and we go ahead and see what we need. We just need some yak's milk, so we shift on that, 6, alright, and create all, And after a while, this actually kind of starts making you hungry, doesn't it? But then again, yak milk doesn't really sound too appealing to me. Just saying. Anyway. Alright, so just move on to your next one. And look, if you don't want to stick around for the rest of the video, you basically just keep doing this, follow the instructions. Once you get up to about 525, while following the same thing, then you switch to Crescent Saberfish Flesh. You got to go either buy those from a vendor in your garrison from the trading post, or you can go right ahead and just buy them straight off the auction house, which is what I am going to do towards the end of this video. Anyway, let's see. Next one is dried peaches. Alright, so, oops, I clicked on the wrong one. My bad. Alright, so we're just going to go to this one. We're just going to grab 6 peaches. 6. Continue. And create all. And just wait for that to finish. Alright, so now you can see we're at 211, so we're just going to close that. We'll go to the next one, which is the boiled silkworm pupa. And we're going to click on that. And of course we're going to go across to this one here, and we're going to need 6 of these, so we'll just use that to create all. and get some more achievements while we're at it. It's heaps of fun. Alright, so then we're just going to close that one and move on to. Oops, I clicked the wrong one again. Alright, so roasted barley tea is our next one. So when I click on that, we're going to need some barley. So we'll go to shop again. Oops, I keep clicking on the wrong one for some reason. Alright, so then we just got the bag of barley right there, so we're going to make 6 of those. And that is actually a really cool mount. Not that I haven't seen it before, but yeah, it's probably one of my favorites actually. Pretty rare drop though. I think it's like 2%. And now we're actually getting completely off topic. Alright, so now we're just going to go to the next one. Golden Carp Consume, I think it's pronounced. Forgive my pronunciation if that was incorrect. So, see, again, we have the golden carp, and it's now a 2-to-1 ratio, so we'd actually need a minimum of 12 of those um, to make what we need. And so we fished a couple of extra ones, so we were actually able to make 14, but we don't actually want to make 14. We only want to make 12. Well, we want to make 6, and it costs 12 to make it, but you understand what I meant. Alright, now again, we've got, looks like we've got to do some more golden carp, unfortunately. That's a bit unfortunate. Well, that means I'm going to have to go back and get some more fish. So I'm going to fast forward through this point, and then we'll just return to the the cooking guide. Alright, so I'll see you all in a minute. Alrighty, now we have the extra pieces of fish. So just bear in mind that instead of 30 or 50 or uh, whatever my initial estimation was before, you'd probably need closer to 80 to 100 to actually do this properly. So anyway, now that we've got that out of the road for the third time, again, sorry about that, but it has been a while since I've done this, so just bear with me. Okay, so then we'll just go back to the Pandarian cooking again. And as you can see, we have the green curry fish. Just need to shift click and get some more rice. There we go. And now we can make. Oops. No, that's fine. We'll make 6 of those. We don't want to use all of our fish, just on the off chance that we may need them again. I actually fished a couple of additional extras and had a little bit of help with that, but that's okay. Anyway, so we'll move on to the next one. Now we're at 451, so we're almost there. Alright, so the next one that we have is peach pie. Alright, so it's a 2-to-1 ratio, so we're going to need 12 peaches from the Pandarian vendor. So just go in here, shift click for that one, buy 12 peaches, and then we're going to create all. Alright, and almost there. And there we go. Now that one's turned yellow again, so we can talk to her. And we want to make some tangy yogurt now, so we're just gonna click on that. So we're gonna need some peaches and some yak milk. Alright, so we're just gonna go into here. Now shift click on that one. We'll get 6 Pandarian peaches and 6 buckets of yak's milk. And now we're just gonna make these ones. Very casual. Alright, there we go. Well, that one there actually turned green before it was up, so you may want to make a couple less than I made, but that's pretty much up to you. Anyway, so we'll just move on to the next one, and we're gonna go make some pearl milk tea. Alright, so we're just gonna go into that one. Now we just need it's a 2-to-1 ratio again for yak milk or yak's milk, however you want to pronounce it. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so then we're just going to go into here, another 2-to-1 ratio, and we're just going to get 12 of those, so you can make 6. Again, because we're getting up a little bit higher, it's going to start changing. You see, after 3 it turned green, so that was actually kind of a little bit of a waste, but yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. So we're just going to speak to her again. Now she has a different thing this time, rice pudding. So and this also gives the additional iron poor tokens. Iron poor tokens are to buy like ingredients and other special little things, and I'm pretty sure you can get them from doing certain quests and what have you. So we're just going to accept that one. Now the rice pudding, I'm pretty sure we have to learn that. No, that's wildfowl ginseng soup. Look, we'll just do that one anyway, just for the sake of it. Alright. So the other thing with this is you can buy the ginseng here. Right? So let's get 6 of those. Now, the thing is, you can't buy the wildfowl breast from the vendor. You actually have to go and farm that. So what we have to do is, to get this, we're just going to fly from our current location to the northeast, just up and around here. And there's going to be a bunch of birds just over here on the map. And there's one of them right there. What are they called? They're called a glade. What are they called? Stop running, you stupid thing. There we go. A glade sprinter. And they're not very tough. Like, you can kill them in a couple of hits, but yeah, I don't even know why I ended up getting that close, but I did. Anyway, so this is where you pick them up from. You just sit here and you just farm these, anywhere. Like, if you're anywhere from like 85 or higher, it's very, very simple to actually get the kills that you require really fast, and the drop rate on them is fairly moderate. When I was doing it, I was actually getting like this was on my level 100, mind you, a feral druid. I was getting like 1 every 2 or 3 kills, so it wasn't overly too bad. But I had some help from my lovely partner on that one, and yeah, she decided that she would go ahead and farm me a couple of extra golden carp and some of the wildfowl breasts as well. So that was actually quite helpful. So anyway, now that we've done that, we can go ahead and click on this one, and as you can see, we have these. So because I've only got 6 of them, I'll just create all. And as you can see now, things are really starting to slow down. So we're actually getting into yellows and greens very, very quickly. So these aren't really going to count for many points from this point onwards, which is a little bit sad, but this is just how it goes, unfortunately. All right, so now what we're going to do is we actually had to make the wildfowl ginseng soups. It was actually a requirement to unlock the one that we need for the quest. So as you can see in here, there's the rice pudding. So we're just going to click on that one and apparently earn the achievement lunch lady while we're at it. So anyway, now we're just going to need some rice and some yak's milk. So that's going to actually be fairly simple. We're just going to click on her again and click on supplies, and we're just going to buy 6 of those and 6 things of rice. Alright, and then we have the capability of making 6 of those, 5 of which will go back to her. And the other reason you want to make 6 is because these things, well, they don't line up overly well, but anyway, it doesn't really matter that much. So anyway, now that that's done, we're at 533. So that's going to make it a little more simple. All right. So anyway, I'm going to just quickly show you this. Uh, um, this basically right here is the wildfowl breast, and there's bunches of things that actually drop these ones, but the best ones that do drop them was the area just to the northeast of where I am presently. Um, so anyway, we'll just move on to the next one. Now, what we're going to have to do is just going to talk to her again after we close that window, and we're going to turn in the quest, give her some puddings. We're going to apparently learn Zen Master Cook, but we don't really, and Iron Poor Token. So if anything, we just earn a cooking award for that. So Anyway, so now we've actually got a bunch of other tiny little quests that pop up as well, which also give you iron poor tokens. And now, if you want, you can accept these, and if you don't want to, like, that's fine too. But yeah, I'm just going to accept them just for the sake of accepting them. And anyway, now if you have a look over here, all right, so we're at 533. So this video is almost done. And anyway, now you can basically choose what you want to make. Now, these dishes here, the fish dishes, are actually from the Drenel cooking from 1 to 700. And anyway, all we're gonna have to do with these is we can pretty much choose which one we want. It doesn't really matter. You can make a mixture of both, or you can make just one. It doesn't really matter that much. Now, thanks to my partner, who apparently just vanished again, uh, she actually went ahead to um, uh, the auction house and actually bought out a whole heap of the um, crescent saberfish flesh, so I could actually finish and continue making this video. Oh look, there she is now. Give us a wave, will you? All right. So anyway, back to what we were doing. So we just basically want to go ahead uh, and make basically as many of these as you want until the +5 either disappears or until you're at 600, or until you run out of ingredients, whichever really comes first. Now, as I said before, you can buy these at the auction house, and for 120 of these, I think it was, we ended up paying 195 gold. But if you were in your garrison, you would be able to use your garrison resources instead. But it can be proved to be quite expensive to make to purchase 5 pieces of crescent fish. Just to make one of these is actually 40 resources. I will show you that very soon. But we'll just actually finish this one up. So just to start, I'm going to make 10, just to show you how quickly these things actually go. Um, but if you think about it, like to make 1 is 40, and if you wanted to make 10 like I'm making now using garrison resources, you know, that's 400 resources that you no longer have. So let's see, 10 knocked us up to 583, so let's just make another 5, just for the sake of doing it. Alright, and there we go. We have successfully reached 603. So 3 points over, but overall, that's not too bad. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is just to show you where you can actually get these from. So I'm going to use my Hearthstone and go to my garrison. And while I'm, oh, actually, hang on, I don't have the thing in my garrison for it, but usually you can just come over here and use your trading post if you have it. My garrison's only level 2, so I don't have it, unfortunately. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope that this was a insightful video, and I hope it helps you level up your cooking profession as quickly as possible. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. The links that I was using will be in the description below. Please subscribe to if you like this video. Give it a like. If you want to share, please share the video. It helps my channel grow. And anyway, this is Chris, and I'm out.